Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This is Quennie Mae B, Pagtalunan,
and Asiñero,
live here at Taguluan Community College. This is the Balitang Entrepreneurs. Today, you will witness the aspiring successful stories of our entrepreneurs here in the Philippines.
Manuel Pangilinan, the Managing Director and CEO. He's one of the Chief Executive Officer and the person behind the largest and most diversified telecommunications company in the Philippines.
Manny Villar, the boy from Tondo who achieved success in business and politics. Born to poverty in Moriones, Tondo, Manila on December 13, 1949, and now accomplished conquering the two worlds of business and politics.
Corazon Dairoong began as a mom and pop shop on June 25, 1975. She's also a dietitian. She started selling homemade meat products from her family's residence in Valenzuela, and now she's the owner of CDO Foods Pair Inc.
Loleta O. Hizon. She is one of the Filipino businesswoman, teacher, and philanthropist. She is the woman behind the iconic Pampanga's Best, one of the leading maker of meat products sold locally and overseas.
Andrew Tan, one of the most inspiring rags-to-riches billionaires in Southeast Asia, was born to lead. He might not have realized it early in his life, but this simple boy living in the cramped tenements of Hong Kong found his way to the Philippines and built an empire from the ground up.
Carlos Chan. He is the chairman of Liwayway Marketing Corporation or LMC, the manufacturer of Wishi brand. He is the brother of Ben Chan, founder of the popular apparel brand Bench.
Harold Zapanta, hydroponic farming, a 21-year-old third-year marketing student of San Fernando City who set up his own hydroponic farm, which is now a success story showcasing how young people can engage in profitable agricultural entrepreneurship.
These siblings, they are the children of the late banking tycoon George T., who founded Metrobank in 1963. They are the siblings who continued their father's footsteps as they made Metrobank today as the country's second largest bank with more than 950 branches around the Philippines.
Clarita Milagros and Doris Lilin, Goldilocks. Year 1966, two sisters, Milagros and Clarita, and their sister-in-law Doris, decided to open a small bake shop along Pasong Tamu Street in Makati. And now, Goldilocks root as one of the successful businesses here in the country.
Lucio Co. and Sosan Co., the owners of Pure Gold Price Club, a supermarket chain that they co-founded in 1998. They started their business in Mandaluyong City, and today, the chain now boasts more than 500 stores across the Philippines. This is the Balitang Entrepreneurs.
Sa washing machine, kahit dalawang sachet ng powder,
May tirang mancha? May powder pa.
ay, powder? Mag-Ariel Power Gel. Tunaw agad at may better stain removal na walang tirang powder. Basta washing machine, Ariel Power Gel!
This is the Balitang Entrepreneurs.
Manuel Pangilinan, let us find out the whole details of the news to be reported in one of our reporters here in Balitang Entrepreneurs. Miss Kris?
Yes, Miss Irish. Mr. Pangilinan, or more popularly known as MVP, has built his name as the man behind the country's biggest and most influential companies. His contributions have created household names such as PLDT, Smart, Meralco, and Binilan. He helms companies in industries ranging from mining to media, from food to healthcare. Even as he turns 76 today, his knowledge and experience continue to grow as he served as the helm of the First Pacific conglomerate. His experiences are worth even more, considering that he had to work his way up to the position he has now. In a graduation ceremony at Maynila Taytana Colleges, he recounted his childhood with his parents, with his father working as a bank messenger to make ends meet. Pangilinan grew up in Little Baguio, San Juan. Their house stood right on the boundary of a squatter settlement. From bedroom window, they could see, smell, and feel the lives of the poor and see its face. Mr. Pangilinan went to Ateneo de Manila University to pursue a college degree in economics, in the hopes that he could go to the United States to try for an MBA, knowing that his parents could not afford it. However, He gathered what resources he had and eventually landed himself a scholarship through a competition. He achieved a Master of Business Administration in the Wharton School of Finance and Commerce as a protector and Gamble Fellow as a result. MVP started his career as an executive assistant to the president at Philippine Investment Management Consultants Incorporation for 6 years, after which he went overseas with Bancom International Limited, a Philippine investment bank based on Hong Kong. He claimed that as he has young enough to make mistakes, to be independent and accountable to myself and my career, he took the risk to work abroad. Pangilinan knew that he waited any longer, he will be too afraid to take risk. He formed First Pacific in 1981, starting from a rented space, 50 square meters, no bigger than your typical classroom, with a team of only 6 people using modest startup capital. Now, Mr. Pangilinan serves as a First Pacific CO Ltd's Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, alongside the following positions within the MVP Group of Companies: President and CEO of Philippine Long Distance Telephone Company and Smart Communications Incorporation, in leading some of the country's biggest companies through what can only be described as the biggest economic and social crisis in recent history. Mr. Pangilinan has outwardly shown the wisdom and compassion that his experience had taught him through the years. The same kind of values he wishes to instill his employees. This is Kris Antonette Eduria from Balitang Entrepreneur. Back to you, Irish.
Manny Villar. Let's hear the whole details of the news to be reported in one of our reporters here in Balitang Entrepreneurs, Miss Jhohanne.
Sipag at tiyaga, not only a famous campaign tagline for former Senator Manny Villar, but a distinction of his success. Young Manny Villar was born on December 13, 1949 to Manuel Villar Sr. and Curita Bamba in Moriones, Tondo. Manny is the second among 9 children of his parents. His father, an ordinary government employee, and her mother, a fish dealer in the Visoria market. At a very young age, Manny was exposed to entrepreneurship by helping his mother sell fish in the market. By helping her mom sell fish, he was able to earn enough to pay for his school needs. He was doing the job to help her mom save by not hiring a helper to carry the loads and help sell shrimp and fish. The choice of the Visoria environment molded the billionaire that we now know. He got exposed on how the Chinese businessman do business, but it his mother that greatly influenced him. One day, his mother asked him to cash a check amount of 40 pesos in a nearby bank. The teller complained, saying that the check smelled like fish, but they insisted that it is the teller's job to encash it for him no matter how bad it smells. He worked and go to school his entire college life. He finished business administration and accountancy in the University of the Philippines and eventually earns his master's degree. His work as a fish shrimp vendor starts at dawn when the shrimp and fish arrives at the market. Help sell for it in the morning and go to school afterwards. His hard work, persistence, and perseverance pays off as he finishes his study. Manny started his political career in 1992 as a congressman in Las Piñas. He served as a Speaker of the House of Representatives and later on ran for Senate. Senator Manny filed 2004 Legislative Program Action Bill on his first day in the office. He was the third highest filer of the 12th Congress of the Philippines. Not long did Senator Manny was elected as the Senate President, which he excelled gloriously. Villar was the very first person to head both the Congress and the Senate of the Philippines after the World War II. Manny also took his fair share on political controversy in the Philippines. He allegedly fabricated the C5 highway project, which led him to resign from the Senate presidency in year 2008. Life lesson from Mr. Sipag at tiyaga. We see undergraduates succeed in life. However, for Manny Villar, education can be your solid foundation and a provision of network for vast opportunity in life. Having the proper knowledge in administrating your business will
definite, reduce, if not eliminate your risk in failing. You make your own future. You don't let anyone or any instances dictate of who you want to be. He started as a fish vendor, an employee, businessman, Congress, and Senate, a real life-changing story from a successful businessman. Villar believes that by hard and perseverance, you can shape your own future. Manny Villar is a story of an ordinary Filipino man who never failed to dream and make his dream a reality, who worked hard for his success and persevered in what he believes that can bring him fortune. Don't be afraid to fail, as this is a process of learning. Don't be scared to try. Who knows, your next try might work. This is Jhohanne Salait from Balitang Entrepreneurs. Back to you, Queen.
Pinanganak kang mahirap, patuloy na nangangarap, magsipag at magtiyaga, balang araw aahon ka. Hindi bawal mangarap ang mahirap, basta't maaabot ito sa malinis na paraan. Si Villar ay nangarap kahit mahirap at nagtiwala sa may kapal at may paninindigan.
Thank you, Jo.
Corazon Dairoong. Let us find out the success story of this woman to be reported in one of our reporters here in Balitang Entrepreneurs, Miss Lovejoy.
Yes, Iris. Dairoong began as a mom and a pop shop on June 25, 1975. Pop shop is a slang word for pawn shop. She also a dietitian, an expert on diet and nutrition. She started selling homemade meat products from her family's residence in Valenzuela with a modest loan from a rural bank and a simple dream. She and her husband turned their lot into a plant meat processing. In 1981, they changed the business name with CDO as name to Food Spur Inc., the flagship brand. For its wide about a decade later, the company bought range of meat products and built its first modern factory. Some of CDO products are CDO Meatloaf, CDO Ulam, Burger, and etc. Growing the company came with many challenges, including a fire in their factory and financial crisis in 1990s. According to Corazon Ong on her speech, persevere, get educated, and focus on whatever project you are involved. We survived every crisis as fun, referring to the employees of Food Spur as well. This is Lovejoy Bonbon from Balitang Entrepreneurs. Back to you, Iris.
Thank you, Troy.
Andrew Tan. Let's hear the aspiring story of the successful businessman to be reported in one of our reporters here in Balitang Entrepreneurs, Miss Jhohanne.
Yes, Queen. Andrew Tan, one of the most inspiring rag-to-riches billionaires in Southeast Asia, was born to lead. He might not have realized it early on in his life, but this simple boy living in the cramped tenements of Hong Kong found his way to the Philippines and built an empire from the ground up. Tan is a son of poor immigrant from Yunnan province. He was born in China, but his family migrated to Hong Kong. When he was 4 years old in Hong Kong, he and his family used to share a tenement apartment with 4 other families with only 1 bathroom and concrete table for all the families. Cooking stove due to the high demand of living. At the age of 16, he came to the Philippines to join his father, who was then working in a transistor radio factory. Together, they rented a cramped 20 square meter apartment in Santa Cruz, Manila. And from his home all the way to Siem Reap 2, the young Andrew preferred to walk than ride a jeepney in order to save money when he was studying accountancy at the University of the East. He also opened 8 banana queue fried bananas during lunch. This is one of young Andrew's difficult periods, but it didn't defeat his dream. Through his determination, he eventually graduated as magna cum laude. Tan's dream was just to own a small grocery store. But he achieved so much more. Now, one of the richest in the Philippines, he engaged in real estate, developing condominiums, or Mega World, the world's biggest brandy producer or Emperador Distillers and Corporation, and the nationwide Philippine franchise of fast food chains, or McDonald's. Thank Bell, his conglomerate, brick by brick, he is now rated 10th on the Philippines 50 richest men by Forbes magazine 2018 rankings. His Mega World Corporation, voted as Best Managed Philippine Company by Finance Asia, is one of Tan's greatest feats is the business industry. He has been the company's CEO and president, having McKinley Hill as one of the primary project's corporate governance. Was also given to Mega World during the 2011 Southeast Asia Institutional Corporate Awards. Tan also received the Order of Lakandula, rank of Bayani, one of the highest awards awarded to any individual by the Republic of the Philippines. Tan, who continues to loom large in the field of real estate and development, proves the power of hard work and determination in achieving one's dream, especially those who were born to lead. This is Jhohanne Salait from Balitang Entrepreneurs. Back to you, Queen.
Carlos Chan. I know everyone loves to eat uwishi, so for now, let us hear what is the story behind our favorite snacks owned by the successful businessman Carlos Chan, to be reported in one of our reporters here in Balitang Entrepreneurs. Miss Lovejoy?
Yes, Iris. Liwayway Marketing Corporation is a snack food manufacturer. Uwizi brand was started in 1944 as Liwayway. It was originally a family-owned cornstarch, in Tagalog, gaw-gaw, and coffee repacking business. The name of business Liwayway, meaning known, it was selected to reflect the optimism of Philippines following the aftermath of World War II. Carlos Chan, together with her brother Manuel Chan, developed the first branch of LMC in Valenzuela. Why Uishi? Because of Carlos Chan hardships, there are 5 branches of Liwayway Marketing Corporation here in the Philippines, namely in Cavite, Tarlac, Cebu, Iloilo, and Cagayan. Because of Uishi's success in the Philippines, Southeast Asia, it was able to expand to key markets in South Africa, Cambodia, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Myanmar, China, Vietnam, and Thailand. This is Lovejoy Bonbon from Balitang Entrepreneurs. Back to you, Irish.
Mahuhook ka rin sa sarap ng Oishi Fish Da. Huling-huli ang classic cropek sarap at light crunch that you love. Oishi Fish Da is the cropek for all.
Thank you, Joy.
Loleta o Hizon. Do you know about this food, longanisa and other meat products used to be our viand during breakfast? For now, let us find out how this woman, Lolita Hizon, becomes successful in this field. To be reported in one of our reporters here in Balitang Entrepreneurs, Miss Kris Eduria.
Yes, Queenie. Leticia Lolita O. Hizon, the woman in the logo of the Philippines iconic brand Pampangas Best. It was established in 1967. Pampangas Best has been the go-to brand for many Filipinos when it comes to the original and the special tocino. According to its website, the creation of its food product started when Lolita found the cook Apong Lolet help her meat vendor neighbor cook some unsold pork. Lolita came up with a formula, revising the traditional Kapampangan pindang or fermented pork, recite, resulting in a sweet salty pork dish we now know and love. She called it tocino, derived from a Spanish delicacy that is sweet. Eventually, she refined the formula and the processing procedures that caused the birth of Pampangas Best Tocino, the original version of what has now become a national favorite. So what started out as just a neighborly gesture to help a friend has turned out to be cornerstone of a business and a staple item in the Filipino breakfast table. Now, Pampangas Best Incorporation is a multi-million meat processing corporation, operated and owned by the couple Mr. Angelo D. Hizon Jr. and Mrs. Lolita O. Hizon, and their 12 children. It manufactures 11 core products: tocino, hot dogs, longaniza, ham, bacon, tapa, burger, patis, corned beef, embutido, barbecue, and nuggets. True to its motto, always the best from Pampanga's best. This is Kris Antonette Eduria from Balitang Entrepreneur. Back to you, Queenie.
Pampangas best. Ang sarap talaga, no? Pampangas best. Yaman na talaga, Pampangas best. Mula noon hanggang ngayon.
Marami pang mga amazing choices from Pampangas Best.
Pampangas best. Ang sarap talaga, no? Pampangas best. Yaman na talaga, Pampangas best. Mula noon hanggang ngayon.
Thank you, Kris.
Harold Zapanta, do you love farming? If yes, then let us hear the story of the boy named Harold Zapanta that will inspire us to do farming by using a climate-smart agriculture technology. To be reported in one of our reporting here in Balitang Entrepreneurs. Miss Iris here, Asiñero? Yes, Joy? The third-year college marketing student from the city of San Fernando took inspiration from a video on YouTube and began constructing a makeshift greenhouse made of wood, bamboo, and plastic screens. Zapanta did not stop his research and joined Facebook groups that are focused on the business of hydroponics to get much-needed advice through reading. Zapanta began experimenting with at least 2 methods of hydroponics to be able to raise an initial 80 heads of lettuce of varying varieties. So Zapanta started with different varieties of lettuce, taking advantage of the growing demand for vegetable wraps from the local Samgyeopsal market. He purchased old grade styrofoam boxes, styrofoam cups, and coco pet to start his own Kratky method. So the method is simplified hydroponic system in which the plants are suspended above a reservoir containing a nutrient solution. As the plants access the water, the nutrient solution's levels falls. As the solution levels get lower, the roots of the plant grow downwards to access more resources. This is Irish Asiñero from Balitang Entrepreneur. Back to you, Lovejoy.
Thank you, Rish. These siblings, through the legacy of George T., let us discover who are his children that continued his footsteps. To be reported in one of our reporters here in Balitang Entrepreneurs. Miss Queenie? Yes, Kris. Dr. George Esquite established Metrobank in 1962. He grew in the bank and expanded its reach internationally. He went beyond banking and transformed the bank into a diverse business conglomerate with successful joint ventures such as Toyota Motor Philippines, AXC Philippines, and Oryx Metro Leasing to name a few. The GT Capital or Metrobank Group counts at its 18 domestic subsidiaries, partners, and affiliates in various industries and 32 foreign branches. Subsidiaries and representative offices. Dr. T has been de facto chairman emeritus as early in 2008 as his sons Arthur and Alfred headed the many companies in the group in his stead. Dr. T was recognized not only for exemplary achievements in business, but also for his generous philanthropy through the Metrobank Foundation. His commitment to contribute to the Philippines' economic prosperity as well as to nation building will continue to be lived by the group. After he died on November 2018, his children follow his footsteps in business. The T siblings, Arthur, Alfred, Alessandra, and Antonette, are children of late banking tycoon George T, who founded Metrobank in 1963. The elder T later formed GT Capital, now one of the Philippines' biggest conglomerates with interest in banking, auto, property development, power generation, and insurance. The siblings' fortune consists of stakes held in the publicly listed GT Capital and Metropolitan Bank Trust eldest son. Arthur chairs Metrobank. He was conferred the Asian Banker CEO Leadership Achievement Award for the Philippines in 2019. Metrobank is now the country's second largest bank with more than 950 branches around the Philippines. And this is Quennie Mae B Pagtalunan from Balitang Entrepreneurs. Back to you, Kris.
Thank you, Queenie.
This once upon a time will flourish into a happy ever after. Goldilocks, one of the best-selling cakes around the globe. Let's hear here in Balitang Entrepreneurs the success of Goldilocks. Miss Irish? Yes, Joy? Year 1966, on a cheerful day in May, the first Goldilocks branch opened in Pasong Tamo, Makati. This once upon a time will flourish into a happy ever after in due course. 1968, Goldilocks marches along and opens its second branch along Taft Avenue, Manila. 1969, parties and celebrations become more delightful as Goldilocks extend to catering services. 1976, United States, here we come. Goldilocks plants the Philippine flag overseas by opening an outlet in Los Angeles, California. Year 1981, as the country celebrates the beatification of its first saint, San Lorenzo Ruiz, Goldilocks is tapped as the official caterer for the visiting Pope John Paul II. Year 1984, Goldilocks continues its international expansion by opening in Vancouver, Canada. 1991, the Goldilocks family gets bigger through its franchising program. Great news for the entrepreneurs. So year 1994, Goldilocks puts happy faces in their cakes. Quite literally, as it introduced the trend in computerized editable portrait cakes. Year 1995, Day Anami sa Sugbo. Goldilocks launches its Cebu commissionary to better serve the southern market. Padayon ang lamin. 1996, the one small bake shop comes of age. Goldilocks exceeds 1 billion pesos in revenue. 1999, here's to a happy 100. Goldilocks opens its 100th store. In 2001, New York, same goodness. Goldilocks updates its store design and visual elements. 2002, dito sa Davao na ay Goldilocks na. Beginning in Luzon and extending to the Visayas, Goldilocks now reaches Mindanao. 2003, another reason to visit the vacation capital of Philippines. Goldilocks opens its Baguio City. 2004, Viva Las Vegas! The USA now has 17 Goldilocks stores across key cities. 2006, Goldilocks celebrates 40 successful years in Philippines. Accordingly, the country's numbers once bake shop reaches 5 billion pesos in sales and opens its 200th store. 2007, let's see how Goldie good things are made. The Goldilocks Cake City tour opens its door to the delight of kids, and kids are hard. 2009, Mother Earth joins celebration. Goldilocks is recognized for its environmental activism and eco-friendly production systems. 2010, Goldilocks says Sawadi. The company's Asia expansion begins with its first store in Bangkok, Thailand. Goldilocks opens its 300th store in Quezon City. 2011, Goldilocks celebrates its 45th year anniversary. This is Irish Care Asiñero from Balitang Entrepreneur. Back to you, Lovejoy.
Christmas dinner, when we can take care of everything. We deliver fresh, delicious food at your doorstep. From your small celebrations to big ones.
Celebrate Christmas with Goldilocks.
Thank you, Irish.
Lucio Ko and Susan Ko, the owners of the Pure Gold Prize Club. Now, let's hear the story behind the success of this married couple, to be reported in one of our reporters here in Balitang Entrepreneurs. Miss Quennie?
Yes, Kris, P is for people. From the very beginning, caring for our people has been our utmost priority. This was the guiding principle of founder and chairman Lucio Elco when he opened the doors to the first Pure Gold Prize Club supermarket in the Mandaluyong City in December 1998. Lucio and Susan Ko's names never really talked of early in their careers. Lucio Ko is the owner and the chairman Costco Capital Incorporated, a publicly listed company that started out as an oil and mineral exploration and development corporation called Alcorn Gold Resources Corporation, which later changed its name to Alcorn Petroleum and Minerals Corporation. Pure Gold started to thrive thanks to its hypermarket concept, having all products in one floor instead of multiple floors, and Lucio and Susan Co combined expertise in handling their business. They eventually went out of merely selling basic commodities and started supporting the humble sari-sari store owners through their Tindahan ni Aling Puring or TNAP program. The cause may be low profile, but they are quite good at what they do. P is for pioneer. Mr. and Mrs. Ko inculcated a culture and sense of family amongst its workforce right from the start. As leaders and role models, they exemplify the spirit of entrepreneurship, humble and hardworking, prudent yet inquisitive, while thinking and planning for the long term. Little didn't realize their strategies would become the building blocks for organization that is Pure Gold today. Today, 170 of these pioneers still work together with Pure Gold, a testament to their dedication and trust. P is for programs. With more than 6,800 employees nationwide, human resources challenge is to perpetuate the example set by Mr. and Mrs. Ko across the entire organization to foster a culture of engagement, bringing that sense of family and close-knit collaboration to all Pure Gold locations throughout the Philippines, as well as advancement and development opportunities for all employees. As the company expands, more employees enjoy the opportunity to relocate and work their home provinces with their families. Deserving individuals are also offered the opportunity to cross-train or be promoted in line with the company's mandate of encouraging promotions from within. P is for perks. Employees and their families also enjoy special privileges such as discounts in school supplies, fuel prices, hotel accommodations, and dining travel, and free membership to SNR membership shopping. Pure Gold also provides its employees with benefits related to health accident, retirement, life, and education. P is for promise, for a better tomorrow. In committing to these activities for the young and the old, LCC KFI looks both to the past with respect and gratitude and to the future with promise and hope. According to COS, our passion drives us, our purpose guides us, our people define us. P is for Pure Gold. Always panalo! This is Quennie Mae B Pagtalunan from Balitang Entrepreneur. Back to you, Kris.
Pure Gold Hakate! Always panalo Pure Gold! Sugod na sa Pure Gold 1111 May Hakate!
Thank you, Queenie. This is Balitang Entrepreneurs.